they're not eating anything, so they're fasting, or they're like just detox only sugar.
Yeah, yeah. They're not putting any food in their bodies, so your body's not stressed out. It's not trying to break anything down. All it is trying to fix itself. It's trying to just detoxify the body. It's like, all right, it's basically like, all right, I have a break. The kids are out of the house. Let me clean this place up now.
Bless up, everybody. Thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. This is part two to a conversation about detox and fasting. So, in one of our previous conversations, we were talking about the myths around detox and fasting. Brian talked about the pathways, basically the foundation of the detox, the components of it. And Brian, I think you even got into like, what to look for, like the types of detox. Well, actually, let's start. I'd like to expand on that conversation to really look at like some of the more common detoxes that are out there, but also dive into like why even bother to detox and what would be the conditions where a detox is warranted. All right.
All
So,
right.
first of all, what comes to mind for you when you hear the word detox?
I think of people that just want to lose weight quick. Like, oh, I got my vacation coming up in 3, 4 weeks. I'm gonna do this is a good time to do a detox. So I can lay on the beach, I'd be comfortable in a bathing suit. How many people detox in the wintertime? Probably definitely a lot lower percentage, right? So it's people that or they like they want to look good for like a wedding or maybe or something like there's an event coming up that they want to drop weight quick. And that's in the
Mm,
in detox, that's what they think. It's quick weight loss, take a shake, starve myself for a couple of weeks. I think that's what most people think of a detox. You
hmm. And what comes to mind when you hear the word fast
fast.
or fasting?
When for me, like I think fasting is very good for the body as far as detoxing. I'm a big in the beginning. I wasn't a big believer in intermittent fasting.
I
I was
remember
like,
saying,
oh, it's just another fad thing, blah blah blah. It'll pass over. But the more I'm reading about it, and the more I'm listening to like research and everything like that, I love the idea of intermittent fasting as a good detox.
yeah.
Um, that's somebody that's in the field that has an understanding what fasting is. I think it's good. If you're somebody that doesn't really understand like nutrition or not in this field per se, I
Yeah.
think fasting is just skipping meals, starving yourself. Most people, that's the way they think. I'm just gonna just
Mm,
not eat that much. I'm just gonna like go hungry for 2 or 3 days,
yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for that. And folks that are listening in the comments, leave what is what do you think of when you hear detox and fasting? Like so, because I had to really
Yeah.
look at that, man. I was like, well, what does it mean though? So me and my nerdy ass, I had to look up the definition. God damn it. So listen, let's look over detox first. So detox is a process or period in time in which one abstains from or rids rids the
Mhm.
body of toxic or unhealthy substances. Notice
Mhm.
it didn't say unhealthy foods. Okay, notice that, right? Also, I think there was a second definition. Yeah, abstain. Yeah, still same thing, same thing. And then fasting is abstain from all or some kinds of food or drink, especially for religious observance. So, next question I have for you, B, is what would you say is the difference between a detox and a fast?
So
Any.
before I get in the detox, like I think people should detox. You have to qualify, in my opinion,
What do you
to
mean?
go
Yeah,
on a detox.
yeah.
So if you're just say you're like I don't know, if somebody that comes to me and they're 40, 50% body fat, they
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of toxins in their body. Their body, they're probably, even though they're overweight, they're probably so malnourished. They're not getting the right nutrients in their body. They're not getting the right types of amino acids and proteins in their body. So if
Mm-hmm.
they do a detox if they're obese, that's not going to turn out good for them. Remember we talked the P1 pathway? It pulls all the toxins out from the organs and puts it in their bloodstream.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough amino acids, fulfill the P2 pathway, taking the toxins from the bloodstream and excreting it out, you're going to feel like crap. Your body's going to be under so much stress.
Mm.
Is nothing good's going to come out of it, and you're going to get a bad reaction. So for me, you have to qualify to do a detox.
And wait,
And that's what
wait.
I'm.
My
Go ahead, bud.
apologies for interrupting. I just want to check in. What I heard you say that you may get a bad reaction. What do you mean? Like, what could that look like?
Oh, you can come down with like flu-like symptoms,
Okay.
vomiting,
Yep.
breaking
Yep.
out,
Yep.
like a lot of things. You feel like absolute crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why most people like when they're like when you do a detox, most people like after 2 or 3 days, they feel like crap, you know.
Mm.
They're just all those toxins are getting pulled out and they're just sitting in the bloodstream. And because your diet's absolute garbage, all those toxins they don't go in, they just sit in the bloodstream and they just circulate around, giving you that flu-like symptom. No, there's not enough nutrients in your body to pull it out because you're living off of box cereals and coffee and
Yeah.
other fast food junk, you know. So you have to qualify. That's when I'd be like, all right, let's do some metabolic typing, let's
Yeah.
lose a little weight. Hey, now that we're kind of at that sticking point,
Yeah.
let's throw in a detox. I think there's a lot of benefits from detox. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's so many different detox you can do. You can do a kidney detox, you can do a heavy metal
I was
detox,
gonna
you can do
say, yeah,
there's so
man.
many different ones. But
There's a
that's when like
lot there, bro.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, there's so much. Like if you
That's
got
what.
thyroid issues, dude,
Yeah.
I'm doing a heavy metal detox, you know?
Well, that's the thing
So there's a
about
lot of
me.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have like if you hold a lot of fat in your hamstrings, we need to do an estrogen detox. So that's why like this is where like our shameless plug. This is where a plug. This is where a coaching call with
Yeah.
Paul and I we can narrow it down and tell you what type of detox would work best for you.
Dude, this is wild, man. Because, oh man, uh, oh, I just love. Because when you
I see you got like 10 different things you want to tell me right now.
I do.
They're
I'm like,
outside your
I'm like,
head.
where do I go? Where do I go?
Yeah.
This is this. I appreciate what you're saying here because it really is Like I like this idea of qualifying for a detox. And also that's what I was that's where I was going. When I looked up the detox, it fascinated me that it was free of saying food. It says
Hmm.
substances. So when you're talking,
Yeah.
when I heard you say about like, do a liver detox, do a kidney detox, heavy metal detox, restaurant, like this is what we're talking about right now. Listen, the body knows, the body tells what gets to be addressed, especially if you haven't. This is what, listen, man. I know I'm gonna keep going back to that episode 1 because it's a doozy. If you have yet to watch that, John, watch it now or go back and watch it after this episode. But I think it's important for people to be able to pay attention to these little things and be able to communicate it because now it's like now there could be another solution to address some of the issues and dis-ease that they may be having. So
Yes.
so after they qualify for a detox, right?
Hmm.
What's usually the time frame for a detox? Is it like could you, I mean, because I know there's like day detoxes, there's like a week detox. Like what from your perspective and experience, where do you see that being then? Folks
Yeah,
like,
so detox can mean like a detox can mean a couple things. Like it can
mhm,
mean you're taking like shakes that have detoxification properties in it that are pulling stuff out. A detox can be an elimination diet. Like
yeah,
you're not putting like soy, peanuts, alcohol, caffeine, liquor, or whatever the other ones are
mhm,
in your diet.
yeah,
Milk is big, gluten's another one. So that alone will help kind of like put the body into balance, put the body into homeostasis. So like elimination detox could help. A detox with like shakes. But you can go like, I've seen detox for 30 days, you
gotcha.
know.
Yeah, yeah,
Lifetime had a 30-day detox at one time.
yeah.
It was pretty popular. It was like
I've heard
remember the
that.
gut fix?
14 now, right? It's 14 now, right?
Yeah, it was, well, we used to have the gut fix. That was a 30-day because you had to like be an elimination diet. Then they got rid of that, and we did now they have a 14-day detox, which is currently where it's at right now.
Got you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think
Interesting.
the biggest thing with the detox is it's the elimination of putting stuff in your body. It's not really adding too much into it. I think most people get like good results from it is because they stop putting gluten in their system. They stop putting milk in their system, cow's milk in their system. They stop putting, caffeine, alcohol, soy, peanuts, all these things that are mostly allergens. They
Yeah.
stop putting that in the system, and the body starts naturally healing. And everyone's like, "Oh, that detox shake was good." In my opinion, I would say that detox shake very little, maybe 5% of what it was. It was you taking responsibility and taking all that other crap out of your body.
Right. You can actually taste good food and stuff, like your body's process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So crazy.
So
So
but there's all different types, and none of them are wrong. But just be careful, like when you're doing a detox, so like they'll tell you to like stay away from like soy, but the
yeah.
detox protein will have soy in it. So it's like
Yeah.
you got to be careful what you do. You got to be careful to
Mm.
find one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's everything's got its pros and cons, man.
Mhm.
Everything's more than black and white. Plug.
Yeah. If I
Keep
was
it
going to do a
on.
detox, if I
Huh?
was going to do I've done detoxes in the past and I saw great results. I used Charles Poliquin's detox. For those who don't know, Charles Poliquin was one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the world. He just passed away a few years ago, but he was the type of guy like you want to step on stage, you want to look good, or you want to win an Olympic gold medal, you go to this guy. This guy will put you to another level, and he would find a lot of his people that weren't really qualifying or not doing that well. They had all these detoxification issues. So he created simple protocols for each body part. So I've done the heavy metal, I've done the estrogen, I've done the testosterone, I've done everything, and it's awesome. So that's a guy I would go to because he has proven results with people, and it's not just not just people that are ripped and bodybuilders and everything like that.
Yeah.
People like you and I, just that just wants to just live an overall healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
So he puts you on these protocols that are healthy. So that's a guy I would follow. You can just go to like poliquingroup.com and it'll
Yeah.
give you articles, all this stuff too.
Bless up. Damn, bless up. Great intel on the detox. Now let's flip that piece and go to the fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, well, hold on. The question that's in my head is, I mentioned in the intro for part two about what are the conditions that would warrant a detox. Um, so I heard you say before, like thyroid issues.
Mm-hmm.
There's an opportunity for a detox to support that. So I'm thinking that like is it any issue that someone could have there's an opportunity for a detox to support it, or are there certain things that you tend to see where a detox is warranted, like certain
Yeah.
conditions?
So I do body fat measurements on people.
Okay.
So one of the things I do, that I got this from Charles Poliquin, it's called a biosig. So if anybody out there just want to Google Charles Poliquin biosig, and basically his whole thing was it's depending on where you're holding more body fat is an indicator of a hormone or an organ that's inhibited within the body. All right. So you can actually spot reduce, contrary to what most people believe. And this theory was actually proven. NASA actually bought this program off them to train their astronauts. So it's a very high quality system that he has in place. So it's a 13 site skin fold. So depending on like kneecap, calf, hamstring, quad, stomach, umbilicus, and one of the spots is right underneath here in your mid ax, called your mid axillary. This
Right.
is your thyroid site. Okay. So when I'm doing body fat measurements, I want to see people lose body fat throughout their body. So sometimes what I'll do is, especially with women have more of a chance of having thyroid issues. They'll lose weight all over their body. And all of a sudden, like this will stay the same. This ain't moving. This body fat measurement staying the same, or it's actually getting bigger. I'm like, all right, something's going on with your thyroid. Hey, when next time they might be on a thyroid medication or a synthroid, they might have I'll tell them to bring in their blood work. Let me see your T3, T4, your TSHA or TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. I want to see those. I want to see how those numbers kind of match up. I'll always talk to their doctor first. I don't want to kind of get in the middle of that.
Right.
But then I'll also be like, hey, listen, you might have a heavy metal detox, or you might need a heavy metal detox because your thyroid is not going down. So if you have too much metals in your body, that's an issue for your thyroid, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. It's like you get people that go into the doctor and be like, "Oh yeah, your thyroid's low. We're gonna take out your thyroid. We're gonna put you on Synthroid so your thyroid acts all the way up." That's the allopathic approach. The holistic approach would be like, "Hey, why don't we get some of these metals out of your body and see how your thyroid
How
starts
responsive.
working?"
Right.
Yeah, how it responds. You know what? But a heavy metal detox doesn't pay for your doctor's BMW car payments.
Hey.
So and I'm not saying anything against your doctor.
Hey.
He's a product of his education. It's a
Hey,
product of your
listen.
education.
Uh, Shameless plug for episode 1. We're talking
Mhm.
about balance between the
Yeah,
two. We talk about balance
yeah.
between the two. So listen,
There's always a reason why something's out of whack in your body. There's
always
always a
was.
reason.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, man, and that's why I dig that we're having this conversation, man, because it's more than just doing a freaking detox or being on a fast. It's more than that. If
Yeah,
the example you mentioned before, if you're doing a detox or a fast for like a trip, uh, man, this ain't for
yeah,
you. This ain't for you.
yeah.
This was
I'd
somebody.
rather you if you the best way to lose weight really quick, I would say like if you're out there and you got 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get in shape or to lose weight, high protein, your carbs should just be vegetables. Just eat a shit ton of vegetables, high quality protein, and you will lean up like you wouldn't believe.
There it
Stay away from like
is,
the starchy carbs.
my
That
guy.
you know what? But here's the problem. Like most people, they're just like, I just want to take a shake. I don't want to worry about all that. But
Oh,
high protein, vegetables, and just go.
listen, and this is again the long term impacts, right? The long term approach, right? If I'm taking this and I was going to say, okay, I'm going to make myself some high quality meat, or I'm going to cook some high quality meat and make some veggies. Great. Or it's like I could take the short and steady route, short and quick route,
Yeah.
microwave shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take this down, man. Like it's far from doing anything positive for me in that in my for as far as my result. So I want to check in now on the fasting, because the fasting
Mm-hmm.
piece is interesting. I find, because I see fasting as almost, not almost, I see fasting from a religious perspective, more like
Mm-hmm.
a sacred perspective, a reverence. Like if I'm going on a fast, it's to go inside and to learn something about myself, to deprive myself of something, to see what really comes up. So
Mm-hmm.
I know, for me anyway, the most traditional fast that I hear of is like a religious fast, or intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
So can you talk to, from your experience, like what are the benefits of fasting as a whole or in general?
Yeah. I think it's from what I'm reading from the um we talked about this guy last time. He was on Andrew Huberman's podcast. Uh
Oh,
the Harvard guy, David Sinclair,
yes.
right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes. You always get it.
yeah,
Nice.
so if you guys got to watch that podcast, if that's something
I'll put it in the show notes.
Huberman,
Yeah, I'll put
yeah,
it in the show
Huberman
notes.
and Sinclair, they're the man, they're awesome. So what they're finding out is it's doing the detoxes or doing the fasting, it's helping you detox your body. So as we break down food and as we get older, we start getting what they call like these misfolded proteins. All right, these misfolded proteins, they cause a lot of damage in the cell, cancers, a lot of stuff, and it leads to a lot of issues that has to do with longevity, like degenerative diseases, cardiovascular diseases, your brain kind of shutting down nice and slow over the years. So what happens is when you do a detox for like just say for a day, I'm sorry, a fast for a day, you start cleaning up all these misfolded proteins. So it's almost like think of it as like somebody comes in your home and they stomp their feet all over the ground and you're making Charlie Murphy's at your house, messing up your couch, right? So you got like the
Yeah. Yeah.
so you got like all the dirt on the outside of the couch, right?
Right.
So with that day of like doing a fast, it cleans up that dirt. Now, if you do like a 2 or 3 day fast at one time, what it does, it actually hits on a different level of a detoxification. It actually almost like, so you even so somebody comes on your goes on your couch and scrapes their boots, you can wipe it off, but you'll still get like the smudge marks on there, right?
Right.
The day 2 or day 3, that I actually do like a deep clean into the couch. You know what I mean? So it actually like make the couch like brand new again. So, and they're seeing amazing results. Longevity of mice living like an average mice live up to like, they say 18 months. When they put these mice on like 2 or 3 day detoxes, some of these mice will live up to 3 years. It's amazing. They just like it's wild. You got to listen to this podcast, and it's not like just one or two
It's
mice. They're
good, man.
doing
The podcast is
hundreds of
good.
thousands of these things.
Yeah.
And the reason they use mice because we have basically the same metabolism as a mouse. So it's awesome. So if I was going to do a detox, I would consider that I would say that you would get a better benefit out of it doing like a 1 day detox, or I'm sorry, 1 day fast, and then every maybe like 2 or 3 months, maybe I'd fast for like 2 3 days, and just like maybe just, I mean, there's certain things you can like take. It's not like you're just not eating nothing. Like you can take amino acids
Yeah.
and a protocol that he had with it, what you can do, like honey or whatever like that. But that's a great way to kind of re-jolt the system.
Mm.
Yeah, kind of
Man,
makes
you got
sense.
me thinking. Yeah, man, you did a
Yeah,
great job explaining that, man. Uh, like I'm of the space I'm in right now is I'm thinking like I think I want to do a fast.
there you go. Yeah, try it out, man.
I really think I
Try
want
it
to do
out.
a fast, man. Like it's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
we do it on. I would do it on a day you have off. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
kind of work in there and kind of see. It's not easy. Especially if
Yeah.
you've never done it before.
Yeah.
Um, but I've had, yeah, I've had friends do 7 day detoxes. That's a
Yeah.
little crazy for me, but our boy
Like so
Francis, he
detox, like
did 30 days.
so they're not eating anything, so they're fasting, or they're like just detox only eating certain.
Yeah, yeah. They're not putting any food in their bodies, so your body's not stressed out. It's not trying to break anything down. All it is trying to fix itself. It's trying to just detoxify the body. It's like, all right, it's basically like, all right, I have a break. The kids are out of the house. Let me clean this place up now.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It was an amazing podcast, and I've watched other podcasts, and a lot of them are saying the same thing based off this research.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Well, listen, I'm putting in the show notes, and that's a wrap. I think this is
Yeah.
really cool because it's good for people to have an understanding of these two, and also the how sacred the process really is, man. I think that's the thing I'm in right now. It's just like really taking the time to allow my body to honor itself, just like allow it to clean itself. That's the biggest thing I'm hearing is that it's like it's I'm hearing you say it's somewhat of a reset. Like
Yes.
giving your body the opportunity without having to work or the digestive tract, but rather than having to work at like processing this food and like getting all inflamed and stuff, it's letting the body chill and let the systems realign, recalibrate.
Yes.
I dig that, man.
100%.
I dig that. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
How yeah, I mean I look at like detox and fasting and I'm like I want the perception to be different, yet at the same time it doesn't even matter. It's like it's like people will take what they take.
When
So
you have intention behind it, it's doing the same thing. In my opinion, it's a you're trying to detox the body. Fasting helps you detox. Detoxing helps you detox.
yeah.
Um, but you gotta qualify. For me, you gotta qualify to do. You need to do both.
Mm. And
That'd be that'd
also I
be
want
that'd be, that'd be my opinion. That'd be my opinion. You gotta qualify. Do
yeah.
both.
I think
you know.
that's huge, man. I think that's powerful. I want to add in too that the detox could be from other things too. Like we're talking food in this situation, and detox could be social media. Detox could be TV.
Yeah.
Detox could be news or political things or religious
Yeah.
things. It could be a lot of different things. And again, it's moments of clarity to experience what's different. You
Yeah.
know, everybody needs that, man. Like the detox and even the fasted, like it's like a deep rest state, allowing the body to like rest and restore. And everyone gets to have that, man. Like
Yeah.
everyone gets to have that. And we talked about in another one of our episodes, we talked about the metabolic typing diet and our environment. So if we're stressed out, we keep doing like go, 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 go. And we always are having our body process and process. It's going to come a point where it's going to break down. And especially if we're eating things that are out of alignment with what supports us, what fuels us, could be a train wreck down the road. Could be a train wreck. Crazy,
Yeah.
man. Brian, anything
100%.
else you want to dive in on this, man? Or was like, because I'm thinking like, yo, this was good, man. We could wrap.
No, I pretty much said what I got to say, and yeah, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I know once we shut down, oh, I should have
Like,
said
you
this.
know what? Put the recording back on. Put the
Part three.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, this is man. I'm glad we got to go over this. If you like this content, like, share, comment, send to someone that you think will benefit from this information. And then also leave comments. Like talk to us about what resonated with you as you were hearing this conversation. And as Brian was breaking down some things, what resonated? Like what are the questions that you have? Like put in the comments. Like we're gonna be looking at it. So and we'll respond. So we want to be able to support you and help you. It's one of the main reasons why we started this. And we also want you to understand that the things that you're experiencing, what you're putting in your body, like all these different things you're hearing is more than black or white. There's a lot of different facets and different spaces to this. So keep that in mind and keep striving. Brian, take us out, bro. Anything else, man?
No, that's it, man. If you have any, like Paul said, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. We'll be more than happy to reach back out to you and give you some answers.
Man, peace, everybody. Peace.
Peace. Peace.